Okay, so this routine is actually all done laying on your back. It's for back care, also strengthening core, and just kind of getting in tune with how our body mechanics work. There's some tricky stuff in here, but nothing that you aren't able to do. So we're going to start. It'd be really nice and handy to have a block. I have a rounded edge today. Straight edge would be more preferred. So it's straight like this on all four sides, which is what a standard block is. This is a little bit different. So we're going to start laying on your back, and we'll start with the shoulder girdle. There's about 4 exercises in each one of these sections that we're going to be doing. Shoulder moves, and then we're doing abs, and then we'll do back care. So we have 3 sections with 3 or 4 exercises in each section for a total of 10, and then a Shavasana. So that's where we're going today. Let's first lie down on your back. Make sure your block is handy. And then we'll take the arms straight out in a T position. It's important to note that my legs are not relaxed. They're actually toes pointing upward, and I'm using my inner thigh to root down, and the thigh bones are pressing into the earth. And then I'm taking the low belly and just gently contracting so my low back is moving towards the earth, probably not touching at this point. On an inhale, I'm going to press the back of the hand into the mat or into the floor where I'm at. So I engage the shoulder blades. On the exhale, I'm going to bring the palms together and then press here. So I feel something in the chest, the pectoralis muscle. Inhale is going to be an open, press through the back of the hand. Exhale, close. And I'll just do that times 5. Inhale, open. Exhale, close, palms pressing. Inhale, open. Back of the hand pressing. Exhale, close. So there's just a nice gentle pressure as I open. Press into the back of the hand, into the floor. And the shoulder blades come on the back. And then when I bring the palms together, I feel that energy in the pectoralis muscle. Now, the second one that we're going to do involves our block. We're going to blade the hands. So I'm not using my thumb. It's just in a straight blade. And then I'm holding the block in a bladed hand straight above the chest. And then getting the arm bone to seat in the shoulder socket. So the reminder here is not to bring it out of the shoulder socket, but to let gravity pull the arm bone into the shoulder socket. So we're broad across the heart, broad across the shoulders, and then squeeze the block with the blade of the hand. Inhale, take the arms overhead. Keep the rib cage in. Exhale, bring it back to start position. Inhale all the way overhead. I think my block is possibly disappearing. I'm tapping the earth right here, and then I'm bringing it back to the start position. You may or may not be tapping behind you, but the idea is to take that full movement through the shoulder. We get a beautiful stretch, and then bring it back to center. Inhale overhead. Exhale back to center. About 5 to 10 of these. We'll just go 2 more. Nice and slow. Exhale back to start position. Inhale overhead. And exhale back to start position. Good. One more. That feels really great. Again, the feet are flexed. I'm holding the thigh bone towards the floor, and my whole body is in a very active state. So we're going to remove the block. Take the arms out to the side. Now they're in a goalpost position, resting on the earth. And then I'm going to rotate the fist towards the sky, rotator cuff, and then inhale to the mat, pressing through the back of the hand. Exhale, rotate so the fist is facing the sky, or even a little bit beyond that. Inhale, rotate open. Exhale, rotate to the sky. Inhale, back of the hand to the mat. Exhale here. So again, we're not trying to go fast. We're trying to feel something. We keep the motion. Inhale, reaching to the floor and pressing. So full range of motion. We should be able to touch the wrist to the ground and then come back to a vertical stance with the forearm. Go one more time. And then lay flat to the earth and then bring the forearms together here. We'll pancake the hands, reach all the way overhead, take a breath in, and then exhale to the point of coming back. Maybe the chest gets in the way, and we just pause and stop there. Inhale, overhead. That's the more important movement. We're trying to unstick that supraspinatus muscle. Right here underneath the scapulus, right? Supraspinatus, yeah. Inhale overhead and exhale, bring it back to start position. Inhale overhead. Again, keep the body active. This is not relaxed. The chin is untucked. The head is lifted. Chin is lifted, not the head lifted. So chin elevated slightly so it's even with the forehead. Inhale, get a full body expression and extension here, and then exhale, bring the elbows towards the navel. One last time. We probably do 5 to 10 repetitions of that movement. And then release the shoulders, shake out the hands, let's bend the knees and move into our second element, which that is that of the abdominals. I want to make sure I'm following what I'll call right here. So pelvic tilts are the first. We'll do 10 of these. And the pelvic tilt happens when we bring the low back off the mat, but keep the hips down. That's a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to sandwich all the air out of the low back and press the navel to the spine. It's important not to push out with the belly, but to draw the navel in and then press. I'm using not a lot of glute or hardly any. When I release, the belly expands. And when I press the navel down, it's like I'm taking a button on a cushion and I'm pulling it from the backside to the mat. And then I spring it released and it opens up and make a little teepee here. My hand can fit through. Exhale, tilt, and come back to the mat. Inhale and exhale like you're blowing out a straw. That's going to be helpful for getting the air out and concaving the belly instead of convexing. I'm drawing the navel to the spine so you can see my ribs poking out a little bit here because I'm hollowing out the belly versus pooching the belly out to get that energy, right? So inhale is release. The belly pulls out. Exhale, drive the navel to the spine. I'm actually pulling it in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. I'm not using my glutes to get the low back to the mat. I'm using the navel. So I'm relying on the transverse abdominals here. the band of muscles and my obliques and the rectus abdominals. Inhale and exhale. We'll go twice more. And that might bring us all the way to 10. One more. Very good. Nice. And then release that. Let's take a block between the shin here. So we're squeezing the block here with the shin, letting the heels drop just a little bit. Take the hands behind the base of the skull, lacing the fingers, and then do a little crunch. If this is hard on your neck, make sure that you're relaxing the head into the hands, and then the hands are supporting the head like a hammock. The low back is into the mat. We're drawing the navel to the spine again, and it's tight already. On the exhale, I'm going to drop the toes to the earth, and then inhale, reverse the curl back to that position. No space between the mat and my hand. Exhale, keep that pressure. Inhale back to center. So the reverse curl, exhale is the intensity. Inhale is a little bit more relaxed. Exhale, intensify the pressure in the low back to the mat. Inhale, you can somewhat relax it because it's a little easier. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, do 10 of these. Exhale, tap down. And by the 5th one, I'm already feeling it definitely in my abs. So if you feel it in your low back, take a break. Only do as many as is appropriate. I'll do 10 here so you can work up to 10. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep the low back to the mat. Exhale as you tap the toes. Inhale. One more. Last time. Already feeling that. Let's plant the feet. Move the block to the inner knees. Rest the head and let's take it side to side. Really release the neck and shoulders. And then bring the head to a neutral position. Your gaze is going to be straight up at the sky, feet firmly planted to the earth. And then squeeze that block as you raise the hips and press down through the feet. Inhale is the lift to bridge. Exhale is a lower back down. The distribution of weight here is across the shoulders. Even more so, opening the bicep to the sky and pressing back side of the shoulders into the mat. And then lowering back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. That's 3. We're going to go twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. On the 5th one, we'll hold the lift for about 4 breaths. And the opportunity or the challenge is to extend one leg out. And we're going to hold for 2 breaths. Or you can simply keep both feet firmly on the ground. This is a more challenging aspect. And then bring the one foot down, the opposite foot, extending, hold for 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. 1 more breath. Definitely using the hamstring now of one leg. And then we drop the foot down, bring the hips a little bit higher as you press through the shoulders and broaden. Press down through the feet. That elevates the hips. Squeeze the inner thigh without using too much glute, right? And then we'll lower back down. Yeah, working up to that position. That releases the abdominal movement. And we'll go to our fourth set. Now back care. Low back stretches, knee to chest, vertical leg. And then we repeat the second side, and then we do a little sacrum love. So we'll take the right knee into the chest here. Great time to rotate through the ankle and get some action in at the joint, mobility in the joint. Remember, we're always actively standing, even though we're lying down. We're taking an active participation through the whole body. So I'm not limp and relaxed. I'm actually active, but not tense. Let's go to the opposite direction with the foot, ankle rotation. And then we'll take the right leg to the sky, hold behind the hamstring. Straight leg, so check it out. This is a straight leg, not a bent knee. And if you need to move it further out to straighten, use a strap if the hands don't reach all the way around. So I can get my heel vertically in line with the hip, and that's all you want to do. We're pressing, flexing the foot and then pointing. So flex, the heel pressing to the sky, and point, toes pressing to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So my leg starts to wane. I want to really push the heel up. Get a strong sense of straightening this leg. So we start to train the hamstring to elongate. Very good way. Move through that positioning. Meanwhile, my standing leg is strong, thigh bone pressing down, and I'm active in the leg. Let's bring the right knee back and send it all the way to the floor. And we'll do that same thing on the left side. Left knee comes into the chest. We're drawing the knee gently towards the armpit, rotate through the ankle. And the more we anchor the right hip and thigh into the earth, the more stretch we'll get through the hip flexor and the hamstring. Let's reverse the action and rotation through the ankle. This, by the way, is like one of the best things you can do for your low back. And then we'll take the leg straight up vertical, push the leg into the hands. The hands are going to press back into the hamstring and just give the hamstring a little love. Definitely want to do this on both sides. And then flex and point. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. Inhale, flex. See if you can engage the quadricep, kneecap lifting. Doesn't have to be intense, but the challenge here is to straighten the leg all the way. You can see my knee really likes to buckle here. At least once or twice, really get a straight leg. Nice, good effort. And then gently bring the knee back into the chest. We're gonna draw both legs to the earth, sweep the arms overhead. Take a full breath in. I like to do this whole sequence in the morning. It kind of wakes the body up. And then bring both knees into the chest. Give it a nice snug hug. And then guide the knees in a circle motion. So I'm just going to take the hands on top of the knees and guide the knees in a circle pattern. Releasing the sacrum, sacroiliac joint. Give it a little love and reverse the action. A really nice, easy, short sequence for your morning. And then we're going to just lie in contemplation. Peaceful pose, extending the leg to the corner edge of your mat and pausing here for 1 minute in a Shavasana. And if Shavasana is a little difficult for you to not fidget and to rest and relax for a whole minute, then make it 2 minutes, okay? If you can't hold it for 1 minute, make it 2. Really want to emphasize the magnitude of relaxation in repairing the body. When we get into a state of relaxation, deep relaxation, actually, theta, theta wave, we allow the body to get into repair mode. The longer you can do that, the better. The better your sleep patterns are, and the more receptive you are to repairing at night. So the practice here is to consciously make an effort to relax the whole body for an entire minute, even up to 20 minutes a day. Okay, so we're just doing it for 1 minute here. If you find it difficult to just even pause and do nothing for 1 minute, then make it 2. Okay? You can't go 1 minute, make it 2. It's definitely something to practice. Honor that sacred releasing energy from your head to your toes. Relax the head, relax the neck, relax the shoulders, relax the fingers, relax the hips, relax the quads, all the way down to your feet, and just pause. 20 more seconds. Feels good to you, and you finally have gotten into that relaxed space. The invitation is to take a little more. Otherwise, we're just going to stretch the arms. Breath in, roll to one side, side lying position. Instead of hoisting yourself up, come up gently and slowly. Use your top hand to support the lifting, and we keep that sense of relaxation going on through the body. I mean, we definitely push ourselves enough in the day as we come to that seated posture. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel the sensations flowing through the body. We've just ignited some powerful, sweet sensations in the body. Powerful moves for the abdominals. And a release for the whole low back. Bring the hands together, heart center. Oh, thank you for moving through this whole practice. Namaste. Enjoy a beautiful day.